Hey guys, this is Poet Spice Jamie Lowell Tallulah, and I am here to do a design team project for the Not Too Shabby shop. I'm going to use the Carefree Gnomes again, but in a different way. Also, don't forget that Jamie has a Facebook group. She also has a 10% off coupon, and there is free shipping for orders over $35. So go check that out. Okay, here I'm showing you the dies that I use from other companies. This is a tonic die where you have a tree and a layer. I've also used stamps from the Crafter's Companion, and so you can see the different ones of those that I've used. Here's another tip. Don't be afraid to mix your brands, your companies, and so forth. It just makes for more stuff that you can use with your stamps and dies. So here I'm bringing in some other dies from the same kind of set. The house and chair set and the Christmas set. So you can see I'm using different pieces from here and there. For example, there's the fireplace and some bits that go with it, as well as the coal bucket and some leaves and a bow. I've also pulled in some other items. And this is the main star. These are the Carefree Gnomes. They are little darlings and I absolutely love them. So they're so cute. You've got to get these. So go check them out in the shop. Definitely pick them up. Get your 10% off. And you can see that they were all different kinds of little positions and so forth. They're just too cute. Just too cute. And of course, you know me, I had to buy the die because I don't really want to fussy cut. All right, so we definitely have to get down to telling you what I used and cut out. So I used a 6x6 card by Crafter's Companion, some of their background paper. There's that tonic tree with the 2 layers and the ornaments. So you can see the back and how it has an additional layer. Then, of course, I have to show you these cute little gnomes done up in Christmas colors. So adorable. I used my Ahuhu markers to color them up. So definitely try those out if you do not have Copic markers. There's a little butterfly done in Christmas colors. It's so cute because I've got a gnome riding it. It's hilarious. I use that stamp and die to cut out a window scene, some curtains. I also pulled out the dies to do the little grate and so forth. There's some foliage, some brown logs, and a tip for not coloring: use craft color card. Perfect for wood grains. Here, so we're just going to go ahead and start putting this card together. I don't really like pointed corners, so I use the 1/8 inch quarter rounder. Then I'm going to make sure that it's folded at the top, that I've got the fold in the right place, and I'm going to go ahead and glue down this background paper. I love that collection of paper because it's designed to look like wallpaper and so forth. Here I'm just going to go through and figure out what placement I want for all the details on the card to make sure that they all fit and get them lined up. It's so cute because I love these little scenes. And I think it's interesting how we all have our own little approach to things. So I want this gnome on the butterfly to look like she's riding the butterfly to put the star up on the tree. So it kind of maybe looks different to have the butterfly inside the house, but I wanted to have her so she's like flying to the top of the tree. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue these pieces down. That's the fireplace. And because you don't really see the wall behind the fireplace, I wanted to go ahead and glue that brown piece back inside. And then layer up the logs in the bottom. There's also a stamp and a die to cut out some flames, but I didn't feel like it was necessary in this scene. So we're going to go ahead and put that grate on there. And the bottom, I decided to put that on the top to make the top stand out just a little bit more instead of putting in the layer on the bottom of it. Now I'm taking one of my Ohuhu markers and I'm just kind of outlining and scribbling in some color so that the back part of this piece looks a little deeper and kind of like sooty. Because if you had your fireplace going, it'd be kind of dirty in the back, not pristine and clean. So that's the look I was trying to go for here, just to give it a little more oomph and depth behind there. Now I wanted to make sure that I could place this window properly so it would be far enough down and straight so that I could get the curtains as well as the butterfly above it, so it would make sense. So just put that pencil mark there to mark the place and then use the actual stripes to line it up. I'm just going to go ahead and put the rod down. And it's going to stick out a little bit over the edge of the card, and all I got to do is just trim that part off. I'm going to go ahead and add the curtains. And what I thought was just so awesome about this set when they came out from Crafter's Companion is that, you know, everything had its stamp and die, and it was just perfect. It's just so lovely. And so you can see that you can use it in so many situations. And then you add these cute little Carefree Gnomes in here, and it's just so fun. Like they're having a Christmas party around the tree trying to decorate it. All right, I wanted the tree to be up just a little higher, so I used a thin foam tape versus my thicker foam pads. The one tip I have about using foam tape is just make sure that you cut it at various angles so it doesn't show behind. So right there, I have to cut that little extra piece off. Now I always add a little bit of glue on the foam tape, and the same thing to stickers, because that glue on the back of them isn't always permanent, let's say that, and it can be ripped off. So I wanted to go ahead and do that. Now you can see what I was trying to do with that butterfly. So I'm going to pop her up a little bit as well, so she'll stand out above the curtains, and it'll look like she's flying to put the star on the tree. So cute. Oh my gosh. It's just so adorable. Oh, and who knows what Christmas 2020 is going to be like, right? So at least we can make cute Christmas scene cards. All right, so I'm going to put this coal bucket down. And then I added an ornament to his hands. He was actually holding those clover-like pieces. And then I thought it would be interesting to have him holding one of the baubles like he's coming in from the other side to hang it. Now, this guy, I wanted to have one of them up like on a ladder. And so I put him here because the stem looks like it's a ladder that he's kind of climbing up on to get into the tree. And so by doing that, you can just see how that can go behind the other one. And so it looks like he's up putting something else higher on the tree. She's flying in. And then you've got the other ones on the other side, kind of down on the ground further. And it looks like he's trying to help her put an ornament on, or they're just dancing a little jig. Yay! Party, party, Christmas. Party, party, Christmas. So funny. And then I did want this set popped up a little more than the tree, so it would actually give it some more dimension, like they were further in front. They're just so cute. And it makes it seem like this tree is massive in comparison. Then we just had another one, and I was like, well, there's no sense in wasting her, so let's see if we can get her on the card too. I couldn't decide if I wanted a wreath there. Excuse me. And I decided that I didn't want the wreath, but I wanted to use those pieces as a swag instead of the straight pieces that I cut. So I went ahead and took those back down. I'm going to glue those down so they have a swag in the center. Also, by having that foam tape under there, it makes it a little bit easier to slide other pieces under. Because believe it or not, I am not a scene planner. I just kind of think like, oh, this will be cool. So then sometimes I have to rip things up to get it to work. I took the bow, and I didn't go with your traditional red because the bulbs on the tree were like a goldish and a copper. So I wanted that bow to be the same. Then I decided against anything else on this card. Now, I did not put a sentiment on it because I have not decided what I want to put. So instead, this is just what we have at the end. All right, so look at this card. I love it. It came out so cute. And I just love all the pieces. The tent fold that it stands up. So there's the product. Don't forget to check her shop, get free shipping and a discount. Thanks for watching.